Hello and welcome to Casual Buddhism. I'm so pleased to be here with you. I'm your host, Cindy Rasicot. I'm the author of Finding Venerable Mother and the devoted follower, Venerable Dhammananda Pikuni. And for those of you who are new or may not be aware, Venerable Dhammananda is the first fully ordained Theravada nun in Thailand. And we have with our guest today, a returning guest who looks so great, is Sarah. And Sarah is a certified ESL instructor, a yoga and meditation practitioner in training, a dedicated Eckhart Tolle fan, aspiring life coach and author, and a freelance writer for the Elephant Journal. So welcome back, Sarah.
It's great to be here
Yes.
again.
This elephant journey is very interesting.
Yeah. So Sarah, what are you thinking of this evening or this morning, as the case may be?
I have a very big question, actually. So I'll read it to you.
Is it as big as the elephant?
It's bigger than the elephant, I guarantee it. Okay, so here it goes. So I am currently listening to Conversations with God, Book 1 on audio. As I listen to the content, I find I resonate with what the author downloads through higher intelligence and thus infinite wisdom regarding the distinctions between love versus fear and the realm of the absolute, or what physicists refer to as the singularity, versus the law of relativity or duality, which is the so-called reality we're born into here on Earth. So that being said, I've heard it mentioned over and over in various spiritual texts that God or Source split itself into billions of tiny particles, souls, of which I am one and you are one, in order to know love experientially. However, in order for God to know love experientially, it had to create its opposite energy polarity, which is fear. It seems that human beings have come into duality and forgotten who they are. That seems to be the core fundamental problem with humanity and has been for eons. So my question is, do you think that there will ever come a time when humanity will awaken and rediscover love, aka non-duality, or do you think it is outright impossible as long as we are in a physical body?
You know, as listening to you, I remember just a few days ago I was teaching in class trying to explain Tao. It's exactly what Sarah is talking about. You know, Tao, the first stage of Tao is just a circle with no distinction. But as soon as you put an S in this circle, you have this yin and yang. You know, you separate the two. And these two, yin and yang, start reacting. Once it starts reacting, then you have multitude. But behind that, you know, this which is manifested is called te. But the is not there unless there is that Tao. But you cannot see Tao, you know. You cannot see Tao. Tao is very abstract. But you can see that which is manifested. We might use this different terminology, but we are talking exactly about the same thing. So yes, us, these small particles, get stuck and think that we are on our own, not basing our existence on the Tao, but actually the space that we call ourselves I is very much in that space of Tao. As we are now, we are the manifested, we are the separated duality. Each one of us, nevertheless, is still Tao, is still that singularity, whatever the terminology you are using. So therefore, that ability to get back to the essence which you are is always there. But we are so covered with all this defilement. In Pali would be kilesha, you know. So we are so covered with this layers of attachment, layers of dust, that we could not actually realize our own source, which is there, has always been there. See? Yes. So yes, 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 we can go back because we are from the source. Each one of us, we are from the source. So yes, we there is that potentiality that once when we get back to the source, when we realize that uh, in Sanskrit it would be tattvamsi, that art thou. You know, that same expression, you know, in different languages. Yes, we do have that potentiality to go back to that source. That is a confirmation that if we realize this, it is like I'm sitting here just with a different way of looking at things, you know, realizing that after all, what I'm seeking, what I'm searching, climbing all the mountains, looking for something beyond myself, but that source is here within us, only to be experiential, yes.
Is the in Buddhism, would you say that's when you connect to the source, are you enlightened?
Yeah, yes, okay, coming back to using the Buddhist terminology. In Dhammaniyam, we particularly chant this Dhammaniyam when somebody died. When somebody died, in this verses, I'm very impressed, you know, to say that Dharma has always been there. The truth with a big T, Dharma has always been there. Whether there is Buddha to discover or not, whether there are many Buddhas, you know, one who discovered the truth is called the Buddha. So whether the Buddha appears on this earth or not, Dharma has always been there. So we are talking about the same language. Now, we are using different language, but we are talking about the same thing. Yes. Yes, so enlightenment is not apart and beyond yourself. Enlightenment is here. Yes, to speak in Buddhist language. But you call that, you know, in different culture, you call that God, you call that singularity. Just now I heard from Sarah, you call it different name, you know, but you call Tao. But we are talking about the same thing. For people who have this spirituality, to understand this is very easy. Very easy. Yes. But for commoners, you know, for commoners who have not really understood or see the whole picture of reality, of course they would say that, oh, I am Buddhist, you know, what are you talking about, this singularity? What are you talking about, this God, you know? We don't have God concept, we don't have singularity. But in reality, that truth is singular. That truth must be one. And if you really experience the truth, there is no more discussion. Like when we are climbing, Sarah, Cindy, Dhammananda, we are climbing from the foot of the mountain. So I claim, you know, oh, on this path I see rabbit. Cindy said, no, Venerable, I see snake. Sarah come from another direction. Sarah saw a deer. You know, so each one of us start quarreling which one is the real. But then we start climbing up the mountain. When you reach the top, the three of us, we are speechless. We don't need speech anymore because the experience is there, the same. No need even for conversation, just the experience. Yes? Yes. Understand better, Cindy?
Yes. Yes.
It's so beautiful, you know. Sarah, thank you so much for bringing out this.
It's a question I ponder quite often. So
yes.
I thank you for answering that. And yes. I absolutely agree with you. We are enlightenment. And it just seems like a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people around us, you know, the collective forgets this.
Yes, the potentiality to be enlightened is with us from the beginning. But we are so stupid, so to say. We are so covered with all the defilements, you know, to try to look for something beyond ourselves. There is nothing beyond yourself. The true God, the true enlightenment, the true what you call Tao is here.
Right.
Sarah, you had a question about duality.
No more question about duality. You already go beyond duality.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was
at
trying
this
to
stage of
understand.
conversation, we have already gone beyond duality, and we
Okay.
realize that, we delete that S line. We already delete the S line, which separate yin and yang. We go back to the original Tao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it seems like duality becomes the singularity in the end anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So good,
That's
Sarah, to bring about this topic for us to ponder, for us to breathe in, take the breath in, to realize that the three of us sitting from different corners of the world, yet we can be connected through this vastness of that air.
Right, right. Human innovation is such an amazing thing. The mind is such an amazing thing, but
Yes.
it should not be controlling our lives.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful to start my day.
yes.